Good afternoon and welcome back. Today we have Lieutenant Jeremy Webb from the Macon Fire Department joining us. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to have you. Lots happening in Macon-Bibb. The fire ban has been lifted. And so what does that mean for residents here?
So that means residents can do outdoor burning, but it's important to know it's only for yard debris, no man-made material. So pine cones, sticks, and things like that are able to burn.
Okay.
And just knowing that you have to have a burn permit to burn, even though it's burn season. So you will have to call our fire prevention office at 478-751-2700, or you can go on our online website at Macon-Bibb.us, go on the fire department and stroll down the burn permit, and you can actually obtain one online.
I think that's important to understand, is just because the burn ban is lifted for outdoor burning doesn't mean it's a free-for-all. There are some restrictions as well. In addition to needing that permit, there are some restrictions on when we can burn and how that can be done, right?
Most definitely. So with burn permits, it is certain rules and regulations that you must follow. You have to have a water supply outside. The piles can only be so big, 6 feet wide, 3 feet in height. It must be outside, out by dark, and it must be at least 50 feet away from your structure and no overhead obstructions.
All right, and so I have to ask, Hurricane Helene, lots of downed trees in the area. Some people are maybe thinking they can just burn that off. What do you suggest for people that maybe have a lot of stuff on their property that are wanting to burn? How do they go about that?
Definitely, like I said, don't exceed the height or the width of the pile. No huge piles. You must not leave it unattended. So definitely, it's okay to burn, but definitely follow these rules and regulations. Have it out by dark, and there's no burning on Sundays.
Okay, and so I have to ask, why is it so important? I mean, the burn ban is lifted, but why is it still important that we're following all these rules if the ban is lifted?
It's very easy for fire to get out of control. And on certain days, winds are very high. On those days where wind exceeds over 10 miles per hour, we won't issue burn permits. So it's very important to follow these rules and regulations so the fire don't get out of hand and it don't cause structural damage or damage to your neighbor's properties.
Okay, and so typically right now we're in the season where people are having a lot of bonfires, they're having a lot of fires in general. What advice do you want to give these people who are getting ready? I mean, it's October, everyone's outside, they're burning things. What do you want to tell them?
Definitely follow these rules. For special agricultural type burns, you definitely want to call our fire prevention office. We have to kind of put our eyes on those type things before issuing a permit. So definitely give us a call, 478-751-2700. Or like I said, go on our website. We have a list of rules and regulations to follow. We want to give out these burn permits, but we want our residents to be safe.
All right. And so I know you talked about making sure they have a bucket of water ready to go. They have these precautions in place. But what happens if something does happen? The fire gets out of hand, they call you. What steps should they be taking? Is it just simply make a phone call, or what do you recommend for people?
Definitely, if you feel the fire is getting out of hand, call us immediately so we can get there.
Before it gets too far.
Definitely, before it gets too far gone. Many instances, we have residents that try to put it out or extinguish it on their own. Definitely give us a call.
Okay. And then lastly, what advice do you give people in the midst of this as the burn ban is lifted today for outdoor burning? What advice do you want to give folks?
Be safe.
Okay.
Be safe. Follow these rules and be safe.
All right, because it also is protecting not only themselves, but their community.
Definitely.
Okay, so there is a full list, and you can go on our website, 41nbc.com. We'll have them. Now, burning is permitted October 1st through April 30th, but of course, there could always be some stipulations in there. Right. So like we had talked about, but if you want to find out what those stipulations are, how to obtain a burn permit, head on over to our website, 41nbc.com. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll have that full story on our website. Make sure you stick with us. We'll have weather and news after the break.